Staying in the Rainbow Nation, South Africans are calling on the government to create more jobs and implement radical economic changes to fight joblessness among the youth. On Tuesday, Statistics South Africa announced that the country's official unemployment figures show that more jobs were gained mainly in the finance, community and social services, including agriculture industries. Sectors like mining and manufacturing have seen a rapid decline in employment in the past decade, and they recorded further job losses in the third quarter. News Central's Bongani Sizimba has more.
The unemployment rate for the third quarter of 2023 decreased by 0.7 of a percentage point, returning an unemployment rate of 31.9%, and that is representative of 7.8 million persons unemployed.
In the third quarter of this year, South Africa's employment rate reached its highest point since 2019, surpassing the pre-COVID level, although it decreased from 32.6% in the second quarter to 31.9% in the third quarter. Officially, the official unemployment rate is still among the highest in the world.
The number of those who were employed increased by 399,000 between the two quarters. And of course, the number of those that are unemployed decreased by 72,000 between the two quarters.
However, these are not the sentiments on the streets, as many South Africans say they are struggling to find work and support their families. News Central TV was on the streets of Johannesburg, and their message was clear. The youth say they cannot find employment and they are pleading for the government's assistance.
The situation we're going through is not really well. So I'm actually highly hoping the government can look into like the streets and try and help the kids. I mean, right now as street photographers, if the government can put its hand and try and like help us where we are, upgrade what we have so you can generate a bigger income.
But let's opportunity like South Africa.
While the government has implemented various programs to address unemployment, many argue that more needs to be done. There are calls for increased investment in sectors with job potential and for the creation of programs specifically targeting youth employment.
The people have ideas. The people got a lot of ideas out there that just needing for people to be heard and listened to so that they can get fundings to do a great things.
But not everyone agrees.
Unemployment, I feel like it's a mental thing, because us, we were unemployed and we created jobs for ourselves. You know, we didn't go around looking for jobs, we created a job.
Meanwhile, economic analysts say as of next year, persistent hot button themes at the polls will be the country's high unemployment rate and slow economic growth as the country will be holding its polls. The voices of these individuals highlight the agents of the situation as they argue that the unemployment rate not only stifles their dreams and ambitions, but also hinders the overall development of the country's economy. They are calling on the government to implement targeted measures such as skills development programs, entrepreneurship support, and investment in sectors that have a high potential for growth. Bongani Sizimba for News Central TV, Johannesburg.